At the time, I've always been enthralled. Like my passion is competitive gaming of any kind, and I've done many things on that side. I played chess in middle school for
Ooh.
school.
Chess, nice.
I played Quake 1 and 2 competitively here. While I
Nice.
was in high school, I played StarCraft Brood War with the intention of like getting better. Like
Oh,
You have
really?
a StarCraft
yeah
background. Okay, that's
yeah yeah
yeah,
Nice.
that's it. That's
yeah
super cool.
yeah.
Yeah.
So anything that could be played like that,
Competitive.
it was appealing to me. Oh well, and the biggest one for me has been Magic the Gathering, which I've been
Of
into
course.
Yes.
for as long or even longer than I have been into fighting games. But the thing is that with Magic is that over the past almost 10 years, the focus of the game as a market has shifted enormously from competitive to casual.
Mm.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
some people develop a format just to be played casually, and that format is currently the biggest money maker for the game. So
Yeah.
now that's a
Yeah.
big focus for the game, not the competitive. Like
Yeah.
when I got into a game, the slogan they sold the game to people was play the game, see the world. So basically, if you were good enough, you could play the qualifying tournaments, earn tickets,
Yes.
and go to the professional circuit, make money, get into the pro players club. And if you were in the pro players club, the company will actually pay you appearance fees because you were kind of like a celebrity, a figure for the game, kind
Yeah.
of like
Yeah.
an ambassador for the game. So the highest ranked players could basically uh, make a living through the game.
Mm.
But that's not even a reality anymore because it's like competitive Magic is not as big.
Not as appealing, I guess.
It's not appealing to current generation of entertainment.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, we're in when I was growing up, I remember I actually was into Magic as well. I never got into like super competitive or anything like that, but I remember when I started with Magic, I think it was in third edition, and it still had the dual lands where you can like tap a mana like one of two lands. It was super
Mm.
broken,
Old
right?
school.
And
Mm.
Well, if you have those are pretty good. Those can be pretty good emergency funds.
oh yeah,
Those go
that
for those go for like depending on the condition, but around like 400 to 900 a piece.
really?
Really?
Okay. Well,
Do
I
you
have to
still
dig
have
up.
them at
Yeah,
home?
I have to dig up my old Magic cards. I have like a Shiva
Yeah.
dragon and like, I played and I played like a weird combination. I had I mean, I was a scrub, but I played like blue and red, and I feel like
Okay.
those are kind of the elements that go against each other. But I had
Yeah.
good cards for those. I had a fork and stuff.
Oh,
And
wow.
but I mean, what colors did you play? And what was kind of your strategy? What did you? Was there anything that you were interested in? I had a spell deck and everything. It was like really
Okay.
small and like I
No,
remember I was.
I'm a steady tryhard. I go for what works.
Okay.
I actually so I was very young when I got into Magic, and the average age of the players when I got into it was definitely higher than mine. Like I was 12 when I got into the game, and most players were around like the 16 to 25 age, I would say.
Mm.
Mm,
So what actually happened is that since my best option to get closer to the players, to the high level players, um, like to get better was to get close to them to learn
mm,
more about the game, right? But
Mm.
they won't they was like, what's this kid doing? Like whatever, right?
yeah.
So what I ended up doing is at that time becoming Magic judges were kind of like a prestigious thing within
Oh,
the
yeah.
competitive game.
Mm.
So I ended up becoming the youngest judge in Magic history
Oh,
when I was
wow.
14.
Really?
Just to be
Whoa.
yeah, just to be able to watch the top players
Okay.
from closer, and without a way for them to just keep me around. Like I had to be there because I was judging the event, judging the match.
Mm.
So
Okay.
that gave me access to like the upper echelon of players, which
Yeah. Some insights in like strategies and maybe
yeah
some of the
yeah,
secrets that the top
and
players
it's people
share.
that otherwise won't give me a time of the day at that age,
Mm.
right? So
Yeah,
so
I mean,
yeah.
yeah, there's definitely, I think, even in the FGC, a big part of getting good is, having a scene and even having access to practice partners that are
Mm.
also at a high level. But the problem is kind of like, if you're not if you're not at a certain level, then it's going to be hard to have somebody high level as a practice partner. But if you don't have like high level players, then also it's hard to improve quickly, right? So it's kind of like I guess this is why you kind of hacked your way into the Magic scene by being a judge. I can see.
But that's a big achievement. Like, it's already a prestigious place to be in, a role in that scene.
Yeah.
And the youngest as well. You must have got like some Guinness Book of World Record or something for that. Like,
yeah, well,
or you deserve one if you didn't want. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. Do judges get accolades for that kind of stuff?
I mean, it is a special prestige.
They have
right?
a category for everything, like in Guinness Book of World Records.
I also do have a funny story now that you mentioned Magic, as well as Street Fighter EX.
Oh, yeah.
I also have a kind of relatable story. It's a coincidence about Magic. So I did get into Magic also, like everybody else did back in the day. I wasn't super competitive. I was more of a collector. Yeah. And I collected enough that I filled my shoebox full of my own collection. And eventually, when I thought, I don't want to like collect anymore. It was, I mean, still to this day, it does cost money to get more, of your collections, right? So I eventually traded a shoebox full of my Magic cards with a PlayStation 1, a second-hand PlayStation 1. Yeah.
What?
And my first game that came with it was Street Fighter EX.
Oh my God! The story turns around. We go from Magic to how you got EX.
I'm the multiverse version of Nico.
Actually, I kind of want to delve into EX a little bit because Nico was talking about like the challenges that were they kind of like trials, or were they like?
So it's a combo trial.
Yes.
Yeah.
But it's before like anyone spoke about like one frame links or like some like negative edge techniques.
Yeah.
It was very difficult to that era, and I believe it's still difficult to this day if a new player played it.
Yeah, so this is one thing I noticed with like modern trials. Like I remember the Street Fighter 4 trials, and then compared to Street Fighter 5, like the 4 trials where they were just like, the people who created the trials were almost like trolling you. It's just like, are
like
you serious? You want like
Mm.
do you really like expect someone to do this? And then people do, and that is one way. It's interesting, Nico, that you mentioned that's kind of how you got into the first glimpse of the competitive side of fighting games. Is like it's a single player mode, right? So there's kind of this good like kind of a level gauging system. And I guess if you can't do a certain trial, you can't do it. You passed it or you didn't. And I guess like nowadays